right, guys. So all right, guys. My headphones falling apart a little bit, but let's break down how I made and stole $1,500 from NQ today. Okay? Let me get this baby on. So let's jump right into it. Okay? Camera is tweaking with the focus, but I'm also tweaking. So let me just show you here. In the top left, you can see up there. Let me move the camera. Boom, 1,500. So these are on my. I also traded 3 new Top Step accounts today, trying to pass those. Made 1,500 today. So let's get into the trade. Let me open Trading View. Today was a beautiful day, by the way. So my targets for today on NQ was, where's market open? Okay, here's market open. Was this? Where's market open? Okay, my bad. Was this low right here, right? So let me turn on my indicators. Was this low right here was my target? Let me delete that. Let me delete that. Let me delete everything over here. So let me delete all this too. We'll jump into the explanations. Let me just delete all these. Okay. So this was my target for today on NQ, and ES at market open had already slightly wicked it. But I was like, okay, we've pushed this far down. No way we're going to form an SMT right here. I was just so confident in that being my draw on liquidity for the day. So what I was seeing, and partially because the move all the way up here just seemed unreasonable, and this is extremely hard liquidity to get to. So this is protected liquidity up here, okay? This was low resistant, easy to get to. Easier the liquidity is to take, better off you are at actually the market moving there, okay? So this was just the easiest liquidity for the market makers to take today. So as you can see, market opened here. We had a wick down, and we didn't take my draw on liquidity, which I was happy because this kept me in the game. If it took my draw on liquidity right off market open, I'd have been done for the day. But it didn't. And then we got the retrace that I wanted. I wanted us to retrace in to this 1 hour equilibrium here. Let me line that up. Bingo, which we did. So we got tapped into that. And on top of this, this was one of the biggest reasons. We also on NQ tapped 15-minute fair value gap and 15-minute breaker. Yeah, breaker block. Actually, yeah. Okay, my bad. I'm tweaking a little bit. Okay, so we got that touch. We got touched. Okay, you can see how this candle. Oh, you can't see my. Why? I think you can see my finger. Okay, so we tapped into here, and I was like, bet it up. So let me show you a little another reason why this trade was so juicy. So let me mark out on ES, market open. Okay, as you can see here, boom, lower high, higher high, and then on ES, higher high, lower high. You know what that is? SMT divergence, okay? So ES was showing bearish SMT divergence here, okay? So this, on top of the market doing what I wanted to do, which was hitting 1 hour equilibrium, and I had a 15-minute bearish fair value gap confirmation, all I needed now was a 1-minute break of structure to prove that we were going to be rejecting out of this 15-minute fair value gap. And I got that through this inverse of this IFVG here. And I got an absolute amazing fill on this. A little higher than that, actually. I got an amazing fill on this, right? And then I got take profit right here. So an easy, put my stops above this 15. I put it right at this 1 hour high that was above that 15-minute fair value gap. Right there. And put my targets at this hourly low here. And it was smashed. It took literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. Easy trade today. As you can see over here, made 1,500 on all 3 of my Top Step accounts, and I made 1,500 on one of my past accounts, which I'm trying to build up to my first payout. We're doing good. Having a good week so far, up on the week. So if I can just continue this momentum and continue taking high quality setups, I'm gonna get to a payout. And I want to just thank God for everything that has happened. For He gives me patience, He gives me discipline, and He gives me the ability to do this. And I keep God at the center of everything I do, because as it says in Scripture, and whatever you do, do it heartily as to the master, which is God, and not to men, knowing that from the master you shall receive the rewards of the inheritance. And then in another Bible verse it says, therefore, whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, do all to the esteem of Elohim. Okay? So in everything you do, do it for God and not for yourself, right? So I'm working extremely hard to become the best version I can for trading. Like, because God tells you in everything you do, work as hard as possible. So I'd be doing him a disservice to go half-ass into trading. I'd be giving him a disservice to go half-ass in training my body and working out. I'd be doing him a disservice to be half-ass in everything I do. Like, in everything I do throughout the entire day needs to be 100%. This honors him in your actions, right? And every day in the morning before I trade, I read my Bible to help, to help align myself with his will for my life and help align my mind. So this way I'm not stressed, I'm not anxious, I don't allow FOMO into my trading, and I stay disciplined, right? Obviously I still fail. I still have days where I break all my rules. But those are hard days that need to happen to help force you to realize, like, hey, like, this is not going to work if I don't follow my rules. This isn't going to work if I'm disciplined. This isn't going to work unless I literally trade emotionless and only based on what I have proven to work. Okay? So this is what I've been doing. And one thing I've also been doing is trying to take less trades, right? So I got kind of 3 rules that I follow, okay, right? First, it has to be aligned with my model, okay? Next, it has to be going towards my draw liquidity, and I can't trade if my draw liquidity is already taken. And third off, it has to be so blatantly obvious to myself that it's like, I'd be dumb not to put risk on the table. Like, that's how good of a trade it has to be. And today, it filled all those markers, and I entered, okay? So ask yourself before you trade, are you willing to lose what you are risking? Because if not, then don't take the trade. If you're not willing to lose the money on the table, then don't take the trade. Plain and simple. So that is kind of the mindset I'm trying to develop and to continue to grow in, because trading is a long-term game. Yes, you can get rich fast, and my goal is to scale once I get my first payout, to scale to over 10K a month. And to do that, I'm going to max out Top Step, which should get me over 10K a month. And then after I do that, I want to max out Alpha Futures, but they're bigger accounts on the advance. That's why I'm trying to get my first payout, which is on Alpha Futures, but it's their 50K not advance account. So you only get like a 70% split. So once I actually receive the money from that, I'm going to take that money and reinvest it, max out Top Step, hopefully get a payout with them. And then while I'm building, get a payout with them, I'm going to go buy 3 Alpha Future 100Ks advance accounts. And I'm going to pass all 3 of those, hopefully. That would just be awesome. And then with that, I'm wanting to, I think I can scale those because they're bigger accounts. I'm going to have bigger buffers. I'm going to be able to risk more on them. So I think I can scale that to 10K twice. So 2 10K payouts. Honestly, just 1 10K payout on any of those accounts a month would just be amazing, because I want to abuse the fact that Alpha Futures has the highest payout cap. Like with 3 accounts on Alpha Futures, you can literally make more than any other prop firm just because of the payout cap. So that is what I'm going to try to do, scale those to where I'm getting max payouts every single time on them, to where I'm taking out 10 to 15K per account every single time. And if I imagine doing that twice a month on all 3 of those accounts, you're already at 60K. $60,000. Like, that is insane to me to even imagine. Okay, but I'm going to take it slow. I know what I'm going to do with the money. And then, okay, wait, one more thing I want to add to that about building my wealth after taking my payouts. I then want to stack money and invest it into my own live account, right? So anywhere from starting it out at anywhere from maybe 20,000 to start, just to get used to putting risk on the table. But after that, I want to up it to a $50,000 account, and I want to risk $3,000 to $5,000 per trade on that account, while copy trading the 5 Top Step accounts and the 3 Alpha Futures accounts. So this way, I'm bringing in off the fundeds, hopefully, and you can use TradeSync, and I'm almost 100% positive on TradeSync, you can set the specific sizes of what it risks. So like the different accounts that are different, like the Alpha Future 100Ks, I'd be risking differently than the 50Ks on Top Step, just because of the buffer and stuff like that. So, and then also the live account's going to be different, but I can have it copy my live account, so I'm only focusing on my live account and I'm entering on that, and then the other accounts follow my live account. So that's my game plan, and then obviously just continue to scale and scale every quarter. I'll probably scale every quarter. So after a quarter, if I'm up whatever, like I'm continuing to go up, then if I'm able, based on how much I've made that quarter, to start increasing risk, then I will. And I'm just going to continue to run this for the rest of my life, and that's my game plan with that. Obviously, once my live account's to a certain size, I will not be messing around with fun accounts because it's just annoying at that point. Like if I got my main account, like you telling me you're going to still be touching fundeds when your main account is $5 million? I don't know. I guess if it was just that easy to just bring in extra money for no, like, it's not like it's a consequence. I guess it depends how good the TradeSync is. If TradeSync is like mad delay or slowing down my live account, then I don't know. Honestly, I mean, as long as funded accounts are a thing, maybe you just rent them forever. But hey, that's a decision for down the road. Right now, I'm just focusing on my trading. I'm putting in hours of backtesting every single day. I'm reviewing my trades every single day, making these videos every single day. Honestly, is helping the most because I'm going through my thinking process and why I entered, and on days I lose, like why did I lose, what did I do wrong, and stuff like that. So, and I hope that this can provide you with value and help you in your process with becoming a profitable trader, and that we can just help each other out. Like you need to start backtesting, and not backtesting, but you need to start reviewing your trades. Like this is the one thing that is like started to help me the most, and then also just realizing like patience, man. Like the more patient you are, the better opportunity the market's going to give you. The more patience you have and the less trades you take, the better off you're going to be. This is a hard thing to learn at first, and I'm still struggling to learn it. But recently, I've been able to go days without taking trades. Like with that rule of like, if my draw on liquidity is taken, what am I waiting for? A small little retrace? That is not as profitable as taking a trade for the draw liquidity of the day. Okay, and as you get better at finding the draw on liquidity and where market wants to go and stuff like this is going to help you out a lot. Doesn't mean you win every single day, but you're just going to continually increase your probability. And don't think in one trade, think in a huge scale of 100 trades. Okay, I lost this one trade, but overall, after 100 trades, I know I'm going to be up a lot. Okay, so think of it in the long term and give yourself a chance to make something happen. God bless y'all, and I hope y'all have a great rest of your day.